Welcome to the journey where we talk to parents of athletes on how they got their kids to where they are. We're back with Ray Caldwell. So your babies are all grown up now. So were you nervous about high school at all?
Not nervous, anxious, but nervous, excited. They already through club were playing against high school kids, putting in work. So I knew that they'll be all right. But just excited for them to have the opportunity to shine.
Did they go to the high school that they were zoned for?
They did. They both went to Johnson initially. When we moved from Cali, we bought in Johnson's district. Johnson, like Brennan, was a relatively new school at that time where they barely had a varsity team. Now, what was interesting is with my oldest, rumor was she had to play JV. She already had two D1 offers in the 7th grade, and they were going to make her play JV because of the tradition, which wasn't a tradition, it was a new school. So it was a little combative with the coaching staff, like my daughter's not going to play JV with two D1 offers. And of course, her first game, she has 37 versus a D1 kid. And from then on, we didn't hear no more talk about that.
So how was the balance of school, ball, and social life?
Not great. They missed the Friday movie dates. I didn't allow my daughters to date in high school, and I'm not proud of that. They learned some valuable lessons later that they should have learned earlier. But y'all don't come with a manual. We go and try to figure it out as we can. I didn't have sisters. So to be honest with you, I did not know. I would have let them do a lot more socially at a young age. Now, we're a close-knit family, so we did things together. We'll go bowling, we'll go movies. Especially when we're in California, we did things all the time, always in Las Vegas, Magic Mountain, Disneyland. So it wasn't like they were just stuck in the basketball court and you got to go to your room. So it wasn't like that. But can I just go out and hang out with my friends? No, I don't know your friends like that. So we'll find something constructive to do in a more supervised manner. But it wasn't a great balance. Academically, straight A's, both of them.
Okay, so did they work at all? Did they have jobs?
They did not. And a funny story about that is, jumping ahead, when I left Texas Tech, I'm back here with Desiree. Rasay got a job at Walgreens and didn't tell me, because I just wanted her to focus on academics. She was in the Raw School of Business. I feel you should be hanging out with the boosters, all the rich people, learning how to make money as a business major. And for like 6 months, she worked at Walgreens and loved it. And her mom kept that away from me. And she was paying for the freaking parking ticket she was getting as well, because she didn't want to ask me for it.
How was summer ball in high school?
Summer ball was great. It was more condensed back then, Bella, where there wasn't as many teams. So it was true summer ball, where you went and played against a team with a bunch of players of your caliber. So it was tough back then. Not to say it's not now, we still find comp, but since there was a consolidation, the people that played summer ball really took the game seriously.
So did your daughters ever want to quit?
Never. Both of them love the game. Rasay to this day, Desiree loves it. Desiree played her whole college career with injuries to her back. I think she led the Pac-12 in charges for 2 years. And I wanted her to say, baby, take a medical retirement, right? You've maximized your body at 5'6". You're loving your life at USC. She's on committees. She's a super young woman. And no, I just love the game. So neither one of them wanted to quit.
Did they play for sponsored shoe teams?
When we started SA Finest, no. But with Rasay, she guest played with Team Express, the great Clarissa Davis, San Antonio legend, who mentored me in a lot of ways, taught me how to run a program. A lot of things we do with Finest I took from her. She was sponsored with Adidas. Rasay was a 6th grader playing on their 15U. And then for a short amount of time, Al Coleman, who was another mentor of mine, ran Nike Cypher. before Earl Allen took over Cy-Fair Elite. We played a few games with them. And then I alluded to earlier, a couple mentors in the Austin Elite told me, keep your kids. You'll do a great job developing. She's on pace. She's arguably, as far as my oldest, one of the best in the country at this age. Why are you giving her away when she rose the tide? You know the saying, a rising tide raises all ships. So when she started doing her things, bringing legends like Tanea Beauclair, Eliza Martinez, those players benefited from the attention that Rasay was getting. And you look at a Tanea, it's arguably that she had a better career in college than a Rasay. So, yeah.
How do you think playing up helped with their development?
Say again?
How do you think playing up helped with their development?
Oh, surely. I mean, immensely, I should say. I mean, you look at the collegiate levels, not on the guys' side, where the best players leave after 1 or 2 years. Mm-hmm. You're playing against 22, 23-year-old young women. Look at how hard it is for a good player to make the WNBA, because you got women at 38 still giving out work. I mean, women play a lot longer, probably get stronger than men at a certain time outside of LeBron, right? LeBron is an anomaly, I always butcher that word, in the NBA, but there's a lot of women like a Cynthia Cooper who will go across seas, play a dozen years, and then go get MVP and win 2 or 3 titles with the Houston Comets. So it's a lot tougher in women's basketball, the whole Love and Basketball story, to beat out the older players.
Did you get better at balancing dad and coach in high school?
I did. I got a lot better, especially with Desi, which is one of the reasons why I quit Texas Tech. And I don't know if we're going to get into that later, but the point of the matter is I quit Texas Tech to come back here to be a better father to Desi. Moved her to Steele because that was a polarizing time in this country. This was when Trump was going against Hillary, and my daughter was experiencing some things, and I love the people in Lubbock, love Texas Tech to this day. Some of the best people I've ever met in Lubbock, but it was a polarizing time. So I needed to remove my daughter from that situation and put her over basketball, which was very difficult, but I wouldn't change it if I had to do it again. Proud that I did it.
If you could tell the parents of high school students one thing, what would it be?
The parents of high school students, one thing would be, this is where I'm a weirdo, but my daughters met their husbands while they were in college. I met my wife while I was in college. The road that we take a lot of times comes from those years. Coach Gibson, right? He met his wife in college. You know a lot of people around you that have met their spouses, loved ones, or chosen career paths in college. I think high school parents are really dropping the ball, caring about the locker rooms, caring about who you playing on a schedule. My theory that you hear all the time is get to a school where you can level up in the game of basketball. I couldn't have went to USC. I couldn't have went to UCLA. I couldn't have went to Cal. Those were my dream schools. But financially, socially, economically, I couldn't have gotten those schools. So we're going to use basketball to put my daughters around better versions of me. And I know your family will be the same, right? You got a super dad. You're going to go to a school where there's a better D. And that's what I think a lot of people drop the ball with, worrying about just basketball. Like I said, people may disagree with that, it may come off wrong, but it is what it is. That's my philosophy.
Okay. Thank you for joining me on his journey. Stay tuned for the next episode where we talk about pros.